budgie. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yes, yes, yes. Go budgie, go budgie, go budgie. It's day 9 and there's a lot that we have to cover. But first, I have to go charge my girlfriend's car. So we're gonna go do that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and change the propellers on my drone so that when we do fly it, it's tip-top shape. I think about constantly how being an introvert and being a musician almost feel like they shouldn't be in the same world, but they kind of are, because we make music because it's fun and because a lot of people express themselves through those ways, and me included. I also express myself through music. But it's funny because then they ask you to play a show and you're like, oh crap, I have to like get up in front of people and do stuff. And that's been one of the hardest parts, like getting feedback and going to shows and playing shows and not just completely running off the stage has been really hard for me. I try to interact with people, but a lot of times I don't even do collabs really. I have a couple collabs on my page, but other than that, I really don't have many collabs. I typically make music by myself. I typically do videos, do editing, do everything by myself. So everything kind of goes into it with me taking that introvert, shy route and not really outreaching and talking to people, and like getting that network together. So this is something completely new for me, because making videos like this means that I have to like talk to a camera and talk to y'all. So it's very interesting because being introverted and also trying to do this is hard. But I think it's harder to do it for music than for YouTube, because at the end of the day, I can sit in a room by myself and have the camera there and talk to you all. But with music, like people are looking at you, you're performing live, and it is a little nerve-wracking. I wouldn't quite call it stage fright, more so than just avoidance of wanting to talk to people. And I appreciate everyone's compliments. I appreciate everyone talking after the shows, and I do like ease up a little bit, but it is hard because when I first was playing, I would just run off stage and like, run down into the green room or whatever, and then kind of get my stuff, talk to my friends a little bit, like the few music friends that I had playing, and I would leave. So so this is a different type of take on that, but I think it's possible. I think it's doable. It's just hard, especially as someone who makes stuff in their bedroom, because you're used to being in your own space and not really interacting. You don't really interact with a studio engineer. You don't really interact with other artists. You're just doing everything alone. So you really have to go out of your way to make those types of friends and make those types of connections. And that's one of the hardest parts, is being someone who's inherently shy and has a hard time talking to people. So I do think there's value though in being able to be independent, making things on your own. You learn so much, you grow so much, you become a better artist because you have to know a little bit of everything. Kind of folds into that jack of all trades thing, and you have to learn, how to make your song sound the way you want it to sound. You have to learn the way that you want your voice to sound, the way that you want your instruments to be in there. You have to learn how to mix the song, how to master it to your liking too, and be able to put that out. But you also have to struggle with marketing yourself, being your own manager, being your own, advocate, doing everything on your own. So it's a double-edged sword, because you get to be independent and you get to learn how to do these things alone, but there's a reason why people have labels, and it's a reason why people work with people, because it's hard. And I think that goes for all creatives, and people who are doing things on their own, owning businesses, being a one-person business, being an artist, working on selling your art, having to advertise your art, having to be your own content creator. It's insane. But just because it's hard doesn't mean you shouldn't try it.